on our cloud.
Yes. So welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy Kivo. Welcome back to Everything and Then Some. We call it Eats. As I always say, we bring you a different type of diet. You sit back, relax, and enjoy some really, really informative and thought-provoking segments for the next 30 to 40 minutes. Right? We didn't see us Monday, but we respect the religious holiday and we want to say a very happy Eid to the Muslim viewers and the Muslim community. And we also want to thank UTC, the Unit Trust Corporation, for putting this platform together for us to be able to learn from so many different people from so many different backgrounds. So it's your boy again. And before I start, I want to give a little experience that I had 3 days ago. Now, hear what? I want to talk about some etiquette. I think people don't have manners anymore, but they don't have no manners. I want to talk about specifically transport etiquette, right? People who take in a drop, boy, right? I don't like some things that will be doing, boy, right? Now, I don't mind giving you a drop if you don't have a vehicle, and it's not a problem. I'm here to assist, right? You go to my heart, but have a mercy now. Number one tip, when you reach in my car, I don't care who call you. Don't lower my radio. Don't touch my radio at all. Right? Ask me. Just load the radio for me, please, Kivo, so I can take the call. Don't touch my radio and you don't want to hear this. I don't like Sonny Bling in the afternoon. I don't care what I like Sonny Bling. Listen to that. That's number one. Number two, don't recline my chair and sleep. This is not no first class. I'm not here to transport you. Talk to me. Be my friend. You can't just rock back so and whole trip you just sleeping and I just driving. No, disrespectful. Number three, you cannot be so bold-faced to bring a friend. You ask for a drop. I see 3 people coming in my car. This is not Amway. You're bringing friends? No, it's you alone are dropping. Have a mercy. Why you doing me that? I don't clear my whole back seat now. And I'm ashamed because my back seat looking bad. Why you doing people that? If it's you alone, you come alone. And last but not least, now, the only thing you can eat in my car is a dinner mint. You can be eating up flaky pastry in my car and in my, listen, Father, Lord, the pressure will go up again. Do not disrespect people's vehicle like that now. You eating flaky pastry, collateral? No, eat at home. Madness. Anyway, on the topic of transportation, right? Let me talk to a man who has revolutionized transportation within Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Deon Hutchinson. This is what we call the jiggy segment. Let's bring on Deon. Boy, Deon Hutchinson. Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon, man. Thanks for having me. Good night, everyone.
Nice. Well, you didn't tell me I would wear a shirt and a tie, but I like the professionalism, right? I like the professionalism. Well done.
Always advertising the brands.
Yes. I like that. So tell me, first of all, before we start, how has the COVID pandemic been treating you in terms of your business, etc.?
For the months of March and April, it was really, really low. The business literally took a nosedive, if you want to say. No business whatsoever. Just the regular contracts that I have, transporting employees and that kind of thing. And then in May, it skyrocketed. Got 3 contracts, just from Sunday, reach out to persons who are new, find out if the company was looking for transport. I was at the right place at the right time.
Nice.
Persons, and before you know it, I had 3 contracts in the first 7 days in May. So I'll be thankful for that still,
Perseverance wins all the time, man. Very, very true. Now, let's talk about the guidelines for entrepreneurship, right? That's the topic for today. Now,
Right.
in terms of you being a self-made businessman, right? Tell us the process, right? The timeline into how you started your business.
Well, I started my business at a very young age, maybe like around 14 or 15 years, involved in different types of businesses. I left home at a very young age, about 15 years old. I was selling clothes. I said, men, try different businesses. But when I became adult, let's say, I started to drive, I bought my first vehicle, and I started to work in the casino industry. And every time I finish work, people laugh at me, but I will take off my tie, leave on my shirt, put in my pants, and I will treat people for 3 to 4 hours time. And I will make about $100, $200, and I will save that money. And I continue saving that money. And then it became a part-time hobby almost.
Right.
Where customers will call me every so often and that kind of thing. And I call myself the one-man taxi service. Because that literally people will call and there's only me alone, one taxi. And I will say I'm fully booked. I have no more availabilities.
Wow.
Or I will say that all the drivers are literally at short notice, so we can't accommodate, right? So I eventually grew the business.
Yeah.
And what happened next is that I reached a point in my life where I was working in the Ministry of Sport, which sport is my passion because I'm also an international volleyball coach. Our volleyball team, Westside Stars, is the #1 team in volleyball in Trinidad.
Nice.
I literally reached the point where I had to make a decision in my life where I had to do my business full time or I had to leave Ministry of Sports to go to sports company.
Right.
That happened around 2015. And there we literally went to Unit Trust. We had my savings from over the years of working. I took out over $100,000 that we had saved for our house. And because I came from the industry business, I said, listen, I'm going all in on my business. I started writing proposals, and I literally took that $100,000 and invested in my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's some great stuff, man. That's some great stuff. It's important to persevere and really to, in a sense, you shouldn't have a plan B all the time because you're going to lose focus on the plan A, right? And having a plan A well thought out is what would have brought you to this point.
Yeah, so what I did, because over the years I already had the business going, 5 or 6, 7 cars after a while. But I came to the reality that, listen, if after working all these years for the Ministry of Sport, and I mean, there was offering me to go to a sports company, but at that time I said, you know what, is the right time right now to go all in with my business, and whether the business succeed or then I go and look for a job afterwards. And because I was working full time, I invested more time, more effort. I got my wife involved. She has a master's in marketing, and it became a family business. And I'd be thankful to my wife because without her, the business would already strive so much.
Yeah, very true. Right, to have that support. So throughout your entrepreneurship journey, right? What are some takeaways, some learning lessons that you definitely could say that I could testify that this is a lesson I learned and it definitely could apply to other entrepreneurs who may be listening right now?
Boy, one thing for sure is that never change your phone number. Whatever number you have for your business, never change that number. For the next 20 years, my phone number is going to be 306-1007. It's never going to change. All right, that's one thing for sure. Don't ever change your phone number. You have to be persistent. If it is you post, your social media, that is your personal Facebook, your business Facebook. You post everything you have your business online. You push it, even if nobody like it, nobody promotes you, nobody keep on going. Sometimes it might feel like you're not getting where you at or where you need to be, but you just keep on going, and that is what has actually made my business strong. You know, I always say you are strong as your business. You know, so people mightn't like when you post it on Facebook, they mightn't endorse you, but eventually, little by little, from word of mouth advertising and getting the good word out that, hey, you are very professional and your standard is across the board is maintained all the time, you're gonna get a breakthrough.
Yeah, very true. Now from what I learned, a lot of business people who have a solid business, right, that is running and the system is running properly, they are now able to branch out their business into different aspects. So from what I'm hearing, you did write a book, not so? So tell me a little bit about the process and what is the book about?
So I have 3 books that are written, and 1 is finished, and 2 is still in the process. one of the books is literally a life journey, a life experience where God touched me. And the second part of that book, because over my years from being an entrepreneur, I was trained and going into involving myself in different things. So I became the executive director for volleyball. And then God spoke to me and told me, leave the volleyball federation. And when I left, my business basically skyrocketed.
Wow.
I literally had about 7 cars at that point in time. And from that 7 cars, I ended up with over 50 cars, you know? So I really be thankful to God for doing that. But the book is that journey where God literally touched me. And the second book is the second part of it when I left the Volleyball Federation, that era, and how my business from 7 cars to over 50 cars. And then the third book is an entrepreneurship book. Actually, I was actually inspired by the marketing director for our manager for Unit Trust, Ms. Natasha Davis. I shared my story to her and she told me, Deon, you should write a book, you should document it. And I started to write this book about 3 years ago. I'm almost finishing writing this entrepreneurship book, literally giving people tips in terms of what you should do with your business, how you should market yourself. I have a saying that I say, never leave home without a call card.
Yeah.
You know? You promote your business everywhere you go, whether you're going to a party, a dinner, you leave in the country to go abroad. I have stacks and stacks of call cards. And even when I travel for volleyball, I give out taxi service call cards. You know?
That's great. That's great. That's great. So definitely we look forward to seeing more in terms of the books and being able to support. And I definitely will want to buy a book from you. In terms of the future for your business though, right? Seeing that we now have a post-COVID new norm era, what are some of the projects you're looking to get into, and have you now changed your vision in a drastic way based on what we have gone through in the past 10 weeks?
Definitely I added some new products online with my business. So one of the new products I added is that I am now, because over the years, many entrepreneurs will reach out to me for me to share my secrets. But I believe if I share my secret, I will lose my edge, right? Right. So because of this COVID now, all those persons who over the years have reached out to me in terms of who in the taxi industry or the small entrepreneurs, I'm now going to actually offer myself at a course, of course, into helping entrepreneurs to really guide them in terms of reaching their success. I'm also going to offer free entrepreneurship classes and workshops to young entrepreneurs under 20 years who are actually looking for 5 young entrepreneurs to work with for free. And literally that is one of the products that actually pushing right now after the COVID and during the COVID. Also, I'm going to try to get into real estate so that I will have an all-in-one package. So when customers come to Trinidad, they must stay in my accommodation in my guest house.
Right.
For them, I must provide food for them. I'm going to get involved in food. So I'm going to look at trying to get an all-in-one package where once you come to Trinidad as someone to come to do business, you will literally, when you come to me, you don't need to spend your money anywhere else. Right.
Yeah, you capture all angles.
Right, all angles.
I like that. That's a great point, man. Yeah. So first of all, let me say thank you very much, Deon. I want to find out if you want to leave us with any last words in terms of, you know, what your business plans to do and in terms of who you are as a person. Just leave us with something, a little more nuggets, so you know people could appreciate the hard work that you have put in with regards to your business.
I would say that as an entrepreneur, you had to really and truly make up your mind to go the long haul with your business. I mean, you must know when it's that time where the business is going to be successful or it's not, and you need to pull out sometimes on businesses and start a new one. I believe in terms of, you know, young persons looking to have businesses and so on, they have to be able to invest in themselves. I always tell people that you have to invest in yourself. If it is you have a business plan, you need to go to the bank and you tell yourself, well, okay, I have 20,000 saved, and you're telling the bank you're looking for 60, the bank might be more willing to assist you, right? You must save your money to invest in yourself first. Don't ask anybody to invest in you, you know?
Correct.
I also say that in terms of in the investments also, you need to make some wise investments, right? You need to, if it is that you know that you're going to invest in vehicles, you must know the maths behind every product or service that you're selling, right?
Correct.
How much it will take, overheads, everything, so that you know your profit lines at all the time, you know? So I would say knowing the numbers is very important. Networking is very important. having a standard in terms of your own standard for your business is very important. And then you not leaving home without a call card is very, very important. So that's what I would say to the entrepreneurs out there.
Yes, man. So Deon, I want to say thank you very much, sir. And I really want to wish you all the best in terms of your endeavors in 2020 and beyond. And I really want to wish blessings on you and your family during this COVID time. And thank you very much for spending some time with us today at UTC.
Yes, man. Same to you, man. And I have to say to the Unit Trust team, this is a very good initiative. I mean, I saved my money with Unit Trust before I invested in my business. So
nice.
I hope everybody all the best, and have a good evening, everyone.
All right, bro. Take care.
Right, man. Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. Yes, people. So some really, really good nuggets there. Don't change your phone number. Don't leave home without a call card as an entrepreneur. You never know who you can meet, and you don't want to be. I'll admit, I've been caught sometimes with somebody say I have a call card and I didn't bring any with me. So it's important to have a call card at least in your car so people could leave with that information, because you never know who you could impress. You never know where that next big deal could come from. Very, very important. So I really want to endorse what I've said in terms of making sure that you have your business in order and try to monopolize the market, have all things available from left, right, as you said, having food available, having guest house available, are all in one package. Today is like all in one. You don't have to spend any money anywhere. We like the whole thing, everything, all in one package, all inclusive. We don't play with that. That's how it is rolled. So Deon can provide that for you. Well done, Deon. Now, in terms of investment, right? Everybody says put your money into this, put your money into that, but you must have money in the event of a rainy day, right? I'm talking about hurricane, pandemic day, right? So I want to bring on another young man by the name of Andrew Wright, right? Who's going to give us some information about emergency funds. So this is the Pocket Change segment, bringing on Andrew Wright. Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Not bad at all. And yourself?
Can't complain. Is COVID, affecting you drastically, or you have just been, appreciating the time at home?
Well, I mean, there were a lot of opportunities that came up. I started doing some additional courses that otherwise I would not have had the time to. But of course, I also have no official social life anymore. I mean, I guess everybody is in that boat.
Yeah, true, very true. No, Andrew, tell me, everybody talks about this emergency fund, but I don't know if people understand the importance of it or what it really is. Because people have an emergency fund and dip into the emergency fund for not so emergency situations, right? So tell me what an emergency fund basically is.
Sure. So basically, an emergency fund is money that you have set aside in the event that some unforeseen circumstance has taken place. And an unforeseen circumstance, people, is not, I didn't realize that the carnival costume would have cost so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, but that is not what the emergency fund is for. It's not to pay the monthly bills unless, God forbid, as a result of some circumstance, maybe even COVID, you end up unemployed.
Yes.
So the emergency fund is really set aside. Actually, it's two purposes. One, it's for situations that if it is that you can't cover it with your salary, obviously.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, you have no other choice but to put out these funds.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's meant to be there so those funds don't have to be debt. So a credit card is not an emergency fund.
Yes.
A credit card is a loan, a very expensive loan, but it is a loan. So that should not be what you go to if it is that there is an emergency.
Yes.
There's also one other side to the emergency fund, and this one is maybe a little bit more contentious, but it's a matter of if there is an opportunity that if you did not use those funds, or you did not use funds available to you to take up that opportunity, would have passed you by in such a way that you would be disadvantaged at some point in time in future.
Correct.
That does not mean that they have a sale on some new Jordans and you must get that shoe now. That's not the sort of opportunity that we're looking at. Maybe it's a program that is like, hey, I really wanted to study this, but I was not expecting this to come around at this time. But you have the money available to be able to pursue that because it will advance your career. It will allow you to be better positioned for any future entrepreneurial endeavors. So those are the sort of things that an emergency fund really should be geared towards. A situation that is unforeseen, that either provides you with an opportunity that pays dividends, or it's a situation, an emergency that you cannot forego.
Yeah. So in a sense, the emergency fund is kind of like in the event of, something that's unforeseen. It's something that keeps you afloat or could propel you forward. So that's what the emergency fund basically speaks of, making sure that you stay afloat, or an investment that says, hey, I now invested myself and I could propel forward with this money that I would have spent on myself in that investment.
Definitely.
Nice. So how much, now there's no number I know, but how much should somebody have in the emergency fund? I think that's time-based something.
So you're right, there's no such thing as a specific number that any individual has to put aside.
Yeah.
But the general rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months of your expenses. So if, God forbid, you do end up unemployed, that gives you 3 to 6 months of runway to potentially get your feet back on the ground before you have to dig into whatever specific savings you would have set aside. So if it is that you have 3 or 6 months, then that's great. But some persons, depending on what their commitments might be, they may determine that they may need a little more. Because they may say, hey, I'm on contract. I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen after this particular situation. Hey, I have a mortgage. I'm not sure what is going to happen. I have certain loans that are outstanding. So there are certain situations that you have to know, that you have to take into consideration in advance.
Correct.
So an emergency fund benefits a lot from having a budget as well. If you have a budget, then that gives you a lot more information in terms of what your emergency fund should look like, because your budget is going to tell you, hey, my monthly expenses are $2,000, my monthly expenses are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, whatever the case might be. And based on that, you have an idea of, okay, I need to create a saving goal in order to know that I am going to be able to have this much runway within a set period of time, whatever that time might be. But the most important thing is to start. If you can't start, you'll never have anything.
Yeah, very true. Now, give me some tips in terms of where should somebody put that money for the emergency fund?
So obviously, there's no very specific place that you should put it, but there are certain things that you should consider. The account that you put your money into. And notice I said account. I didn't say under your pillow.
Yeah.
I didn't say in your cash pan. I know some people love the mattress, but that's not what the mattress is for. You should put it into an account that ideally does not carry any charges.
Yes.
It should also bear interest, ideally, because you don't necessarily want the money just sitting down doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the account needs to be accessible, because it makes no sense having an emergency fund. And when you have an emergency, you can't get the money.
Yeah. But there's a thin line in terms of accessibility and the ease of it, because I think a lot of people get tempted into the fact that, listen, I could always access this. I could go by the ATM and take out the money. So is it like, let me say I have an account, but I don't have a card for it. So I now could access the money, but I would have to go through a process to get it. And it kind of hinders people from taking out from the account. Should it be like that? Or you should have a card and just be disciplined?
I would say to thine own self be true. If it is, that having the money there is going to tempt you to touch it, maybe it needs to be a little further away. Maybe it needs to be a little inconvenient. Even if it's accessible, it needs to be inconvenient for you to take that money out. Maybe it means that you need to have a separate dedicated account for that in particular, because it's possible to have multiple savings in one account if it is that you keep separate records for each saving. But if you realize that, hey, having a savings account that I would touch on a shorter means I also find myself digging into my emergency fund, maybe that means you need to have a separate account for something like that. So to thine own self be true. That would save you a lot of headache.
Nice. Yeah. So first of all, let me thank you very much, Andrew. It was very informative, and people definitely learned a lot in terms of what emergency funds are and what it is not, most importantly. So I want to thank you very much for that, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon. And definitely, congrats on all you have done, and I really wish you safety with regard to the COVID pandemic, and we'll talk soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, take care, bro. Yes, as I said before, I tell you, EATS is about good diet, good financial diet, good inspirational diet, making sure that you understand the importance of learning from different people, right? Emergency funds is not for carnival costume. You can't say, well, all right, I need to go private Ryan, I'm going to dip into emergency fund. That's not an emergency. You understand that it's not an emergency, right? If you want to create an emergency fund for things like that, do that separate. But an emergency fund, as I said before, is something that could take you for 3 to 6 months, right? If it is that you are in a situation such as losing your job and you cannot have the monthly income to support your lifestyle, right? So they always say wealth is measured in time. It's about making sure that you could sustain your lifestyle over a period of time, right? In the event of you losing that income that you always had. So that's what wealth is, right? People who now work in the Walmarts or the world, the McDonald's or the world, how wealthy are they? They are generational wealthy. So it's about making sure you have money to sustain a lifestyle for a period of time, all right? Very important. So I just want to give some information here, right? Let me make sure I get the information right from my peoples, all right? We do have a poll session, so you go onto the Facebook group, and there's a poll that you could take part in just to get some feedback in terms of how you enjoy the segments and how you're enjoying the actual series so far, right? So go onto the Facebook group and check out the poll, all right? Oh, the poll is going to be right here? Well, the poll is going to be right here. The poll is right here. Sorry about that, guys. The poll is going to be on the actual Zoom live right after the show, so you could give your feedback right after the show, not Facebook, on the Zoom poll. My apologies. Nice. So let's move right along. And we have a big man in the business, right? Always seeing him, right? Always seeing him, but I see him, and he rock back there with speakers at the side. I don't know if he's going to perform, but that's not what he come here to do. Let us bring on the man himself, Mr. Farmer Nappy. This is the big segment.
Good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever it is. I mean, it's different time all over the world. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Respect. So tell me, bro, in terms of this whole COVID thing, I was trying to get feedback from people. How has it affected you? And we know it has affected the entertainment industry, but how have you been able to maneuver throughout this time?
Well, the type of thing we learn in school called needs and wants.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of our needs is greater than some of our wants is greater than our needs. You know what I mean? So at this time you have to tell yourself what you need. It's not what you want.
Yes. Nice. Very important. It helps you to kind of cut off all the wants and realize that them thing it really needs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes, like, okay, if you want something, like you remember, like, okay, the food place is closed down and them kind of thing, and the boy,
yeah,
I could eat a mustachio, I could eat a Chinese food, right? So when it opened back up, you wanted that. So if you had a little small money to go and get it, but we just have to live now on what we need.
Yeah, very true. That's some good information. Now, Daryl Farmer Nappy Henry, right? I have followed you since the inception, and when you came out into the scene and really made a name for yourself, and you now are a noticeable face, a noticeable name. When you see Farmer Nappy on a track, listen, this is going to be something that is definitely going to be a mega hit. Tell me how you manage the whole celebrity in terms of, you know, being able to manage the rigors of being a celebrity and having a, you know, regular life.
Well, my life is regular, you know, but people see me as a celebrity.
Yes.
I don't see myself as that. I see myself as a normal person. You know what I mean? You don't get cocky about yourself.
Yeah.
And one of the things like what George teach me, the bigger years is more neutral. You have to be with people.
Yeah.
Because you're not better than people. A lot of people just get cocky off a fame. No, it's the same people. It's the people them who have you here. So you gotta be neutral. If a vagrant call you, you still have to say hi to the vagrant. Just see maybe not he's not like you don't know what happened to him, but you know what I mean? A vagrant you know what I mean? So the main thing about it is fam and happy is the normal person will walk around in slippers, go to the gas station, pump his own gas, laugh at every gas attendant. You know what I mean? Be neutral with everybody because he's not better than nobody.
Very, very true. Very, very true. A lot of people, they kind of separate the personality and the person, and they only see the personality and assume that the personality have to be this person who believes that they're better than anybody, etc. But most personalities are just regular people, you know, regular people.
You just have talent. You know what I mean? Some people have talent and you know, and people, the same people who you will pass is the same people supporting your talent. Why would you pass that person? You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? No disrespect to entertainers, but that's not me. I come from country anyway.
Yeah.
Country people is just neutral people.
Neutral people. Now, what I've been able to research is that, you know, you have taken on a project that most, if not all people will stay away from, right? Paying it forward and developing talent, right? So what is that special project you started and why you started the project in the first place? It's Nappy stuck. Did we lose Farmer Nappy? Did we lose him? We lost Nappy. We were having a good conversation. All right, so I think we had a little technical difficulties there with Nappy, right? He should be back very soon. I'm not sure what would have occurred, right? You know how things just go. Probably Wi-Fi drop, right? I know if he probably didn't pay bill. These things happen. These things happen. All right. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Right. So we'll just wait for Nappy to return. Right. And I want to talk about the heat boy. Yeah. Lord, what have we done to you as Trinbagonians? Why are you giving us this kind of heat? I feel as though the heat would have taken Trinidad away from the earth and be closer to the sun. What have we done? Oh Lord, please. It is too hot. It is too hot. I can't take it. No, we had to fix it. We had to fix that heat. Somebody pray for the nation now. Pray for the nation because we can't go through this heat. People, I see a girl makeup started to swell. I never see a makeup swell in my life because of this heat. It is not right. It's not right. Woo! I ain't go outside in about 2 days because of that heat. Somebody put some tint on the sun. Anyway, I think Nappy is back. Let's bring back Nappy and talk for a little bit.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll be back in the game. So we were speaking about a project that you said you would have started in terms of paying it forward and developing talent. So tell us a little bit about that story.
What happened to me, right, is again Nappy again. I went to St. James, right?
Right.
After tea and tech, there's a Chinese ghost street, like a right? And there's Chinese food place and then right around there, right? So I went to buy some stuff, but I see these little youths and them drinking, the punching and the chanting and like they're battling each other, right? So I stand up watching them, but other people now passing and like condemning them. Like these are wrong drinkers at the side of the road. But I see talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I did is Carnival time, I say, yo, take my number. After Carnival, you go deal with the studio and I will bring on you, whoever. But you know, with this, what happened, you know, it take time. But last week, you know, I bring them in the studio and they have a specific song and they start to sing. I say, where do you get that song from? And these fellas tell me they meet each other in jail.
Wow.
Now, then they will say, well, why bring these fellas them here for? Right? But I say, thank you, Father. I make this sign of the cross because is like you meet is like some people don't have the opportunity to do what they have to do, and you just meet you're at the right place at the right time. And I believe
Very true.
that this is I ask them, I say the people that you all leave in jail and all that's the TV, and they say yes. I say, well, yeah, what going on? This is a project to go back into the prison and to say, well, okay, look what happened for me after coming out of prison. So these are the things I like to do. And you see, as an entertainer, you have to help people. If you don't help people, you're selfish.
Yeah, very true.
You know, and these are two little youths I feel that God sent me at the place at that time to just say, well, no, and stand up right there. Whoever condemned them, they're watching me and saying, but what am I doing there? You know what I mean? But in talent, you all seen something different.
Yeah,
you know? So that is one of the things too, that is one of the projects I picking up. And the songs that they have is very conscious songs. Because right now with what happening, you know, what you gonna write, what you gonna sing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sing about what happening with COVID and everything, but the main thing is love and happiness, because at the end of the day, you still have to be happy, you know. You can't get how you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I do is get up every day, wash my car. You understand? Go by my bedroom, plant some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do with him, you know what I mean? If I come in the studio and make sure my kids, them, everybody okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just that way I have to do it. It's helping people. It's all about helping people.
Definitely, man.
Where I reach, people help me, you know, enough respect to Marshall Montano, Elizabeth Montano, Winston Montano. Helping too. I just have to lend the helping hand. Some people just leave it and help nobody. That is selfishness.
Yeah. Now, on the topic of, you know, people helping you, I know Neil Iowa George had a big impact in your life, and he always spoke about brick and cement, right? Yeah, that's that. What is the significance of that brick and cement code that he would have given you?
Well, when I was young, I was like about 17, 18 in attic, right? And that time he sing, I come out to play your Java funny, boom, boom, that. And one day we lining up in the garage, and my name wasn't Farmer yet, right? This was Nappy, right? So he said, Nappy, bricks doesn't rotten, cement does get hard. So I said, what I'm talking about? But years after I came and I renovate my mom's house, you know, when I tell him when I reach, I saw him in the airport, I said, George, I just renovate my mom's house. Well, he said, bricks doesn't rotten, cement does get hard. And he tell me that about 15 years ago. I said, oh, what are you talking about? And then what I started to do is, I realize now, everybody knows that music businesses have no pension. You have to create your own pension. You know what I mean? So I start moving, like going on tour and coming back, buying my bricks, buying my cement, and I started going to building house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pleasant thank God, I ended up finishing after 5 years. I took to build a house out of pocket. You know what I mean? Someone say, should I take the loan, which you'd have finished it in 8 months, 9 months, right? But you would have 15 to 20 years to pay a loan. So I walked out of pocket, you know what I mean? I built a house, I built a big house, right? I never go in it to live, to play and hoity-toity, you understand? Right? I split it into apartments and I start renting. You know what I mean? So right now I'm into real estate. For the past 7 years, I'm into real estate too. So other than music, you know what I mean? I deal with apartments. As I was saying, bricks doesn't rotten, cement does get hard.
I like
you know
that.
What I mean? So going out of that now, you will spend 4 or 5 years, you spend whatever money you spend, because the money you spend, because remember when I going on tour, the workers used to go on tour too.
Right.
So now when I come back, they're coming back, but I meet 17 bag of cement hard home by me already, you know. I just watch them and I say, one of these days when this finish, I hope when all they're passing, or they have something to show. Because it will finish. You know what I mean? So going on tour, coming back or wherever, you know what I mean? It's finished. You know what I mean? I have all of them rented out right now, but you know what I mean? It will come. One of these days, all of them will rent it out. But so that's my next, you know what I mean? That's my next, other than music, I into real estate. I love Home Depot. I love hardware. I love trust me. I'm a kid in hardware.
That's what you're talking about.
I like niceness.
That's what you're talking about. Pure niceness, pure sweetness. That's what you're talking about. I know it, I know it. Now, somebody would have told that you have a very odd hobby that some of us don't even think about, right? What is that hobby and why is it important to you?
My hobby is saving. I like to save. I like to save, right? I wanted to see $100,000 in an account, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never see $100,000 in my account. I want to sing down the road with my own woman.
Mm-hmm.
When I finish the season, Liz Montano go on and tell management, go and show him how much money you have now. I had $105,000 in the account. Right. That time you had books where when you go in the side, you need books if you withdraw, if you deposit. And I went and withdraw 15,000 from it. And I will never take my book because I didn't want to see it go underneath the 100. When I went back now and I put back 20 on it, I went for a book because I know it have an extra 500. But my hobby is, I like to see.
That's a great hobby to have, but a great hobby to have. I really appreciate that nugget for people to listen and understand the importance of saving, boy. Saving.
You must save. And it's not rainy days, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you save for the future. Because your future is not you alone. Remember, you got kids. You understand? So when they reach, don't let them know how much money they have, but when they reach 17, 18 years, right? If you save $2 every day for them, they will have a good amount of money. While you're growing up, and they're growing up, you have to show them what is the value of things. So long as you know what is the value of things, you will understand that because, okay, you're watching a speaker in the back there, right?
Yeah.
If you buy the speaker, you will know how much you pay for it. I might take that speaker and I might sell it for 10 cents when you spend 50 cents on it because I never knew the value of it. So you have to value things and have to understand what is important and what is not important. So that is my main thing in teaching my kids.
Yeah, man. Now, before we go, Nappy, in terms of your main industry, soca industry and whatnot, entertainment, right? If there is a young person right now listening, what advice, two important nuggets you will give them in terms of pursuing that career in soca and entertainment?
The first thing you have to do is know the business because you could get robbed.
Yeah.
If you don't know this business, you will become a puppet in the business. One of the things all entertainers or singers own your masters.
Yeah.
Don't be running and singing on rhythm and the next man have singing on rhythm, you have a hit song or whatever. If that song busts one day tomorrow outside it, right? Make sure and own your masters. Have control of your music. Don't have other people having control of your music. So that is one of the advice I will give young artists. Nice. Learn business because the business is tricky.
Yeah, very, very true. So, Nappy, I want to say thank you very much, sir. Some really good information, good nuggets, whatnot, and I want to wish you all the best in 2020 and beyond. Blessings to you and your family. Be safe and be coming back out stronger for sure.
Yeah, man.
All right, respect, bro.
Okay, respect.
Yeah, man, take care. So yes, that was Farmer Nappy. Good nuggets. If you are getting into the soca business, make sure and understand the business, own your masters, be able to talk to the right people so you know exactly what you are getting into. Andrew told us the importance of making sure we have an emergency fund, right? And actually, I'm not going to say anymore because I was going to give a wrap up, but we're actually going to give away some prizes today, right? One prize. And this prize is for the first person to answer these 3 questions, right? Let me ask you questions. Besides his car rental business, what is Deon's second passion? Besides the car rental, what is Deon's fund? What is the rule of thumb for an emergency fund? And the last question, what is Farmer Nappy's favorite hobby? All right? So I'll say it again. Besides his car rental business, what is Deon's second passion? What is the rule of thumb for an emergency fund? And what is Farmer Nappy's favorite hobby? First person to answer will get 500 in units. All right. what is Deon's? Okay. The answer to the first question, guys. All right. So Adana, from what I'm getting from my superiors, they are saying that Adana would have gotten it. So congrats to Adana. You would have answered the question, right? And right after the live, we are going to have a poll right on this platform Zoom for you all to be able to give your feedback with regards to the different episodes, the information, UTC, whatnot. All right. So I want to endorse everything that everybody would have said. Deon said, make sure that you have your call cards. Don't change your phone number, right? Have your emergency fund 3 to 6 months to hold you, keep you afloat. Make savings a hobby. Diversify your portfolio. Understand the importance of the business that you're going to get into. If you go to the soccer, understand that soccer business, and then make the next step. So I want to thank everybody for taking part, being on the live, getting the information. This is it. Everything and then some. I'm sure that many of you would have started from the beginning to now, and you would have gotten some good, valuable information that could help you propel your business and your investments. So thank you, UTC, for taking us so far into this program. And thank you to everybody else who have been on the live, contributed, answered questions. This has been episode number 10 from Everything and Then Some. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.